We are just over a week away from SummerSlam, and things are really heating up here on SmackDown. Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and tonight this man meets his romantic rival in a steel cage match.
Romantic rival? You mean the boyfriend of the diva he won't stop harassing?
That's one view of the situation. I think he'd disagree.
He can disagree all he wants. See how much good that does him in the cage.
Whether or not the accusations against him are true, he has certainly earned the ire of his opponents in recent weeks.
I can't remember a rivalry with this much heat behind it. And settling grudges like this is exactly what the steel cage was designed for.
And the opponent, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Matt Hardy.
Good evening, and welcome to Miami, Florida. And we are in for an unbelievable evening of SmackDown action.
This Miami crowd is all fired up. They can't wait for the show to start, neither can I.
That makes two of us, and I know the entire SmackDown locker room feels the same way, so what are we waiting for? He saw that one coming.
I bet his opponent's thinking twice about getting in that cage now.
I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt Hardy, and these fans certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better to a win every now and then, if you ask me.
Well, excuse me, but I didn't hear a bell. This match is still going on, last I checked.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this,
Everyone involved deserves credit for it.
No disrespect, but when is Matt Hardy just going to pack it in and call it a day?
I don't think you're ever going to see that from Matt Hardy. He's simply got too much passion and determination.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
He's making a break for it. Smart thinking.
You've got to get out of the cage to win, and that just might happen here.
These fans have got...
I was amazed when he returned from the injury he suffered last week. I'm not sure he'll get that lucky twice.
I don't think he will. Look at him. He is hurting.
And I can't help but think that without Stephanie McMahon's interference...
Hold it right there. I'm not going to sit here and let you badmouth a McMahon.
All I'm saying is that I'm not sure our general manager would have made this match 1 week before SummerSlam.
Well, if he wouldn't, then he's an idiot, because that was an incredible match.
SummerSlam is only 2 days away. Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and tonight's match will decide whether or not this superstar goes to SummerSlam this Sunday.
Not to mention whether or not he stays on SmackDown.
That's right, and if he doesn't win this handicap match tonight, he'll be traded to Raw.
And I say good riddance. We don't need a slime ball like him around here.
His future on SmackDown depends upon his performance in this matchup. If he wins, he goes to SummerSlam. If he loses, he's gone.
Nothing would please me more than seeing him kicked off of SmackDown. He's got no respect for his fellow superstars, and I've got no respect for him.
convinced that his opponent has been harassing his girlfriend, and he intends to settle that matter here tonight.
And remember, if he picks up the win in this handicap match, he'll never have to look at that lying, two-faced gigolo ever again.
I have to admit, I don't really understand why he's here tonight. Maybe his partner doesn't think he can handle this by himself?
That's ridiculous. He's got a lady of his own, and he's got to send a message to anyone who might try to pull anything over on him.
What's he doing here? This isn't ECW.
Typical ECW. No respect for anything. And now it looks like our handicap match is a tag team match. He dodged that bullet. It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best. Regardless of how you personally feel about Matt Hardy, you've got to respect his drive, his energy, and his passion for this business.
Yeah, but that will only take you so far.
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
I gotta hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Congratulations! I've got to admit that was pretty impressive. But your job is only half done. You still need to beat my hand-picked enforcer at SummerSlam if you want to stay on the roster. And that's going to be easier said than done.
If that happens this Sunday, that's the last time we'll see him on SmackDown.
SmackDown and Raw are proud to present SummerSlam.
Normally, I wouldn't root for a Raw superstar, but tonight I'm pulling for him.
But if he wins, SmackDown loses one of its top superstars.
Good riddance. We don't need his kind on Friday nights.
Tonight's ladder match will settle the score, one way or the other. He's been backed into a corner by Stephanie McMahon, and he has no choice but to fight with everything he has.
Yeah, he's been cornered like the rat that he is, and I hope he gets exterminated in this ladder match.
He's no stranger to ladder matches, and he's the hand-picked representative of Stephanie McMahon.
And if he wins here tonight, he'll get to keep whipping his opponent every Monday night. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wants, and that's what I like about him.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I can't stand about Edge. He might be a great competitor, but he's a lousy human being.
So you're telling me you'd rather watch a guy who does everything by the book and cares more about the rules than about winning?
I'd rather watch a superstar who had some sense of sportsmanship, some sense of decency, yes. How can you applaud a man who doesn't care about anyone but himself?
Because those are the guys who win. Edge is only out for himself, and I respect the fact that he's honest about that. Wow, great reversal.
What a reversal!
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
You know, I'm going to replace you with somebody who actually knows. They are absolutely tearing each other apart up there. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be. Neither one of these superstars can afford to get knocked off the ladder.
Wow, look at him up there, trading shots back and forth.
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
He did it. He did it. He's staying on SmackDown.
I can't believe he pulled it off, and I can't believe you're so happy about it.
Whether you like him or not, you have to admit that he put in an amazing performance tonight.
I'll give the devil his due. He was the better man.
And while controversy might surround him, there was nothing controversial about the decision.
Absolutely not. He got the contract. He won the match. Period. End of story.
And that also means that if Stephanie McMahon is a woman of her word, she'll leave SmackDown.
I don't think she's got a choice. If there's one thing the McMahons are known for, it's their integrity.